Welcome to our presentation. Today we will talk about globalization, but first let me introduce myself. My name is Daan, and together with my classmates we will discuss globalization. I will talk about what globalization is, and there will be a section about how globalization affects the Netherlands and which advantages and disadvantages globalization have brought, and there will be another section, and that is globalization in the rest of the world. So this presentation will be like you will see some pictures and some video footage about globalization. At the end of the presentation we will summarize and conclude the presentation.
Welcome to Section 1, Globalization by Daniela Maduro. Trading between countries has been taking place since the first boat was created and people could leave their homeland. As time has moved on and boats became larger and faster, trade increased. The invention of the airplane made it easier to trade with people who lived much farther away. People often say that the world is getting smaller, and with that development and growth of modern communications and ICT, that has never been more true. We now live in a society where we can contact people in any part of the world, day or night. We can communicate, travel and share each other's cultures on a world scale. We can purchase goods from practically anywhere on the globe and pay for them and receive them without ever having to leave our home. Think about the brands we are wearing these days. UGG, Nike, Adidas, Levi's, Gucci, and I can name up a lot of other brands and type of foods we are consuming today. Many firms have now expanded not only in their own country but around the world, becoming what we call multinational corporations. This phenomenon is called globalization. Globalization is a process by which the world is becoming increasingly interconnected as a result of massively increased trade and culture exchange. It is the result of technological changes that enable people, goods, money, and above all information and ideas to travel the world much faster than ever before. With the increasing use of the ICT to enable global communications and better transport to make travel and shipping of goods much faster, many companies are able to do business with others around the world. Large companies set up replica stores in many foreign cities. These stores look at the same whether you visit one in London or in India. Examples of global companies who do this are McDonald's, The Body Shop, and you can think about Nike. There's even a Nike store in Rotterdam that looks the same if you visit a Nike store in London or maybe in Turkey. Globalization has made it much easier for business to trade with another around the world. They can take advantage of better prices for raw materials or labor. Your favorite trainers have probably been made abroad. This led to many companies moving their production to the east where wages are lower. Eventually, of course, those regions become wealthier themselves, and so wages beginning to rise. Globalization has made it much easier for business to trade with another around the world. They can take advantage of better prices for raw materials or labor. Your favorite trainers are probably being made abroad. This led to many companies moving their production to the east where wages are lower. Eventually, of course, those regions become wealthier themselves, and so wages begin to rise. So the hunt for lower costs will always continue. Many businesses are outsourcing work to countries where labor cost is lower. Some airlines have their tickets booking call centers based in India. Staff there are connected to the airline computer network so they can deal with customers directly. Many banks are also following this trend. And all this is globalization. In Section 2,
We are also inspired by Oscar Wilde. This is an English writer. A famous thing he used to say is that everything has a price, except for value. He means by this that value can be prices because it's subjective. Our teacher in English told us about it. The advantages are that the economy of a country can increase and the trade forms can be combined amongst them. And also that students can study at every school in the world, like our school, and people can work everywhere around the world.